cheek, 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 cheek. You gonna sneeze? Hi guys, so today I thought I'd make a video with Bubba Jack about Bubba Jack. I thought we'd do a video about 34 weeks moving forward to labour, what labour is really like, and you know, just what happens like, you know, the same day or afterwards in my, journey. A lot of people have different journeys, obviously. It's never going to be the same, it's never cookie cutter, it's, who knows what will happen. I didn't think what would happen to me would happen to me. I didn't think that I would be induced, so here we are. Or maybe I did. Anyway, so from 34 weeks, like that's when I went on maternity leave, and you go through this, they call it nesting period, so you want everything clean. Like I cleaned everything. I cleaned the fridge, like the kitchen was crazy clean, like I threw all this stuff out, I went through all my clothes, I did this, I did that. You just clean the house. It's just something that most women go through. I don't know why, I think it's just in preparation for making everything nice and tidy for Bubba. And, hey. Hi. And it gets really boring, and like people would say, hey, do you want to meet up? I'm like, no, not really. So it's this weird period of you don't want to leave the house, but you're really bored. And you also feel like you're not doing enough at the same time. So it's a lot of weird things. So I just didn't do a lot, like just hung out, cleaned, saw my mum a bit. That's really it. I didn't do much, and you can't really do much at that stage. You're in so much pain, you're waddling. Like I was seeing the osteo twice a week and exhausted and so just wrecked because of all the pain I was in. Did we drop our dum-dum? Did we drop our dum-dum? Hi. Let's see how long we can go without dum-dum. And it was my birthday on the 29th of July, so Aiden and I went out for dinner. It was really lovely. I got dressed up, I put makeup on, I felt really nice. And then his birthday was supposed to be was it the 3rd of August? The 3rd of August, which was a Saturday. And that was his due date, so we were just waiting, and of course that comes around and it's never going to be on the due date, and nothing happened. But I started getting these, I guess I go to the bathroom a million times, but I getting these pains of just really excruciating pains, and I just had to breathe through them, like, and I didn't think anything of them because I was in so much pain. I figured that's just an additional thing. Looking back, that was probably contractions because of the pain. And then oh, good boy, good boy. And then on the 5th of September, I went in because I previously had Panadine Forte, which is really hard to get when you're pregnant because they think it can go through the breast, or I think it can also affect the baby, so they don't recommend you taking it, as well as it might, slow down your breathing. So if you do go into labour, it may be harder for you. But I'd been told by my midwife that it was fine, that's fine. And I was in so much pain. I wish I'd been told earlier that it's okay to have Panadine Forte, because I was in so much pain with my back, like just crying and crying, couldn't walk upstairs. I just couldn't move a lot of the time. I wasn't able to sleep because no position was comfortable. So I went to get my script, and the doctor I saw was like, oh, we'll just check your blood pressure because you're now like overdue, like we'll see what's going on. And he was like, oh, it's really high. And that's really strange for me because, dang it, baby. My blood pressure is always low, not, concerning low, just always low. So then I had a urine test because they wanted to see if I had preeclampsia, which means, if you've got a lot of protein urine and you have high blood pressure, there's a good chance you have it, and there can be very scary complications for the birth. I could have seizures, he could be stillborn, like lots of things, so they get it checked as soon as they know. I had my urine test done, and the doctor was like, yeah, you need to go. You can either go to hospital tonight or monitor yourself overnight and get yourself to hospital tomorrow. And how the fuck am I supposed to I don't know what I'm monitoring, like, come on. So I called Aiden and said, look, we've got to go to hospital. We need to, like, I'll go home, we'll pack the bags. Because I walked down, because I was like, oh, walking will help bring the baby along. And so I had to, like, hobble myself back from the doctors. And Aiden was on his way home. I called my mum and said, you know, like, we're going to hospital. He may be coming tonight. So we get home, pack the bags, wait for Aiden, and then we go off to hospital and we wait a couple of hours. There's 3 or 4 couples in front of us waiting to be seen, waiting for beds. And then while we're waiting, I get my bloods drawn, I get my urine tested again, my blood pressure done, and then we finally get a room. I think, oh, maybe that was before that. No, it was before that. She says, you know, the usual levels for protein in urine we want are 0.2 and yours are 2.6, so you know you got to be admitted. Ew. And then we got our room and we're by ourselves obviously, and then they said you know, a couple of hours later we were waiting for doctors to see what they wanted to do with me right then and there, and I thought they'd just, you know, give me some medication and send me home or whatever it may be. But then the nurse comes in and she says, look, we've got to induce you tonight. Do you want the dum-dum? So, he's just looking at himself, like, in the video. I'm just like, oh my god, yeah, like, he's coming. And then they said, look, the midwife comes in a little bit later. She said, look, we didn't do it tonight, but we'd have, you know, skeleton staff on. Or we can do it tomorrow at 6 in the morning and, you know, we'll have full staff, we'll be all ready to go. So, I really wanted to see him, but I thought, you know what, it's best waiting, because if something goes wrong, I don't want, you know, the fact that I chose this because I was impatient. So she was like, oh, you know, you can go to sleep. How am I supposed to sleep? That's ridiculous. So I took some photos of my bump, just because that's the last photos I was going to have. Aiden slept in like this chair. He got more sleep than I did. I was just resting and like eating jelly beans and drinking Gatorade. Or Powerade, sorry. I should have been sponsored by Powerade. I had so much of it. We then, you know, Aiden woke up at like 5. He went to go home, get changed, have a shower, feed Simba, got me some Hungry Jacks on the way back. I still have the receipt because it has the date on it. And then my midwife got there. The night before, I had my cervix checked, which, oh my god, it's so painful. They gave me gas, which I think we found out later that it wasn't even working. The gas next to me wasn't set up properly. So that didn't work at all. And they, you know, go right in there and they said, you know, you're 2 centimeters dilated. Things are already happening. We can just break your waters without having to, you know, put any medicine, because you do have to be injected with something if your body is just not ready to go at that point. But mine was, so we were ready to go. Yeah, we got a smile. So she broke my waters, which I didn't realize how much water actually comes out at that point. It just gushes and gushes, and it doesn't feel like you're peeing because you have no control over it, and it's really warm and it feels thick. It just feels disgusting. And I had this massive pad on, which I feel like was like a bed sheet or something like that they just shoved on there, and I was waddling around for a bit and I was like, oh, it's coming out. Like, you just can't stop it. It's so gross. And then I felt this pain and I thought, oh, fuck, that hurts. And I was leaning over the side of the bath. Definitely not going to have a water bath because that's water bath. Are you smiling? Are we doing a smile? Are we doing a smile? Are we doing a smile, Papa? Did we need that? So yeah, I was leaning over the bed, and I definitely didn't want a, you know, water birth or anything like that because gross. And then we oh, okay, okay, back to it. And then they started to get really bad. And before, like, I went into labor, I asked my sister-in-law, like, you know, what do contractions feel like? She's like, oh, you'll know. And yeah, you'll know. They got really painful, and I was sitting on the bed just having the gas, which obviously didn't do anything, and I was just in so much pain. I really wanted to sit in the toilet for some reason. I pooped. It was great. I don't think I pooped through birth. So there we go. And Aiden was just sitting next to me while I was on the toilet, just telling me to breathe, which pissed me off, and tried to touch me. I was like, don't touch me. And you just don't want to be touched or anything like that. And I didn't go through any stage of going, I can't do this, because at that point you're just like, well, I can't not do this. I don't have the option. So we, I got like a portable gas thing coming in. That was just, holy shit, that was the good shit, but also the bad shit. I felt so fucking high of it. I thought I was going to throw up. Your voice gets really deep, so it's really funny. And Aiden was just trying not to laugh at me because I was like, don't look at me. Oh, pain. So deep, so embarrassing. And then I was really worried that my midwife wouldn't suggest the epidural because she'd been, you know, very anti-drug throughout my pregnancy. It felt like she wasn't going to suggest that at all. And then 8 o'clock came and I was just screaming. Like every contraction I have, I would just make this some sort of whale walrus noise that would come out of my mouth. It was terrible, but that was the only way I could cope with it. Nothing else was, you know, getting me through it. So she said, you know, because you have preeclampsia, we need to get some blood taken to see if you can actually have the epidural. Once we get the results, we will definitely give you that if you can, which I was really happy about. We got those results quickly, and then she was like, yep, let's go, let's get the epidural. I think it was around 10 o'clock that they came in, so I was in like a lot of pain, and every position just hurt. I think I was sitting on the bed, like with my back up against everything, trying to, cheeky boy, just trying to hope that would stop the pain. You did this to me. You did this to me, don't you smile at me. And when the pain team come in, you can't move once they've got everything in place. And I was just trying to wriggle around with every contraction I had, so I had to just like hold on to Aiden's hands on the side of the bed while water was still gushing out of me, just like, contraction, and they'd have to stop and then wait for that to finish, and I couldn't move. Oh my god, that was so painful. And then the epidural kicks in and you're fine. I didn't feel a fucking thing. They give you a button, which I think resets every half hour, that you keep pressing and you just keep injecting more. Holy fucking shit, it's so good. If I could have that for everything, my god. You know, oh, he's smiling now. Amazing. 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 Then we had the epidural, and she was like, just, you know, we're going to wait now. So basically at that point, you can't do much. You've just got to wait until you're dilated enough. At around 12-ish, she was like, yeah, you're 10 centimeters. Let's, yuckies. We don't want it? No? No, we just want to smile instead. She's like, we'll wait till 1, rest up, do what you need to do, and then we will get started. So 1 comes along, and then, you know, they start doing what they need to do. I've had some jelly beans and some food, so I'm good to go. Ooh, you're farting on me, nice. And then we get ready. So they put my legs in those stirrups, and then they all get into position, and now I've got to push. So it's strange because you can't really feel anything, because I could gently feel the contractions, like just a little, not a little pain, just a feeling, and I'd have to push every time I had a contraction. So it's a really strange feeling as well, because you can't really feel anything down there. You just need to push something that is in there out. And it took around 20-25 minutes. And then at the last stage, you can definitely feel a very big something there. You feel that there's something in your vagina. And then out pops a mini version of this one. And it was the best moment I've ever had in my life. My cold wasn't very long, so I couldn't get to hold him like up on my chest, but I got to hold him on my chest, and Aiden and I were just crying. And it was so lovely. I've never seen anything as gross, grey, and sticky, white, crap all over him, but he was beautiful. And it's the best moment. And I just cried, and we looked at him, and Aiden cut the cord, and I'm so glad we have those photos from it, because I never want to forget how beautiful you are. And after birth you have to give birth to the placenta, which is fucked. They give you an injection so you can push it out, and they like push down on your stomach really hard. It really hurts to try and contract your uterus as well. And then obviously I'm gonna look at the placenta no matter how gross it is. It's really fucked. It's like this big red jelly sack, and you can see everything, and it's so crazy that that's how he lived, and that's how he got nutrients, and that's the barrier. Like, crazy. Oh, you cheeky boy. You're cheeky. You cheeky. You cheeky. You cheeky. And then that's really it. Like, I will never be able to describe the pain, and you won't be able to describe the pain, motherfucker, until, no? Oh, well, there we go. Until you actually do it yourself. But it's excruciating, and I'm so glad I had the epidural. That's really it for my pregnancy. Like, that's it. Like, I've talked about all the weeks, all that fun stuff, and now it's time to talk about what happens after. You know, what are the first couple of weeks like? What's it like now in comparison to those weeks? How am I handling this? And also some funny videos as well, because there's so many things in my life which are just so funny or fucked up. I'm like, I should really talk about this because I'm sure someone else can relate to it. So this week I'm going to do this video, and I'm also going to do a video of my horror stories from working in retail and customer service. So if you like what you see and you want to see that video, please subscribe and hit the notification button. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.